Hi everyone, welcome back to another flashlight video. This time Sofirn was kind enough to send me the SP31 version 2 5000K LED flashlight. This is sporting the Samsung LH351D LED. And we'll go ahead and open this up here. I really like Sofirn flashlights. They're very high quality and they're very inexpensive. So they're not terribly expensive, but you get some really good quality. Have a lot of Sofirn flashlights in my possession now. Every one of them is still functioning great. They still work. I use them all the time. So I really like the Sofirn flashlights. I think they're definitely a smart buy when it comes to flashlights. But anyway, let's take a look here and see what we got here in the box. Let's pull everything out here. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope. I assume we got everything. All right, before we look at the flashlight, see what we got here. We got a micro USB charging cable. We got a USB battery charger. These are nice. It's really nice the flashlights give you the charger with the flashlight. Let's see, it looks like we got here a lanyard and maybe some O-rings. Let me open this up here. So yep, you got a lanyard and 2 O-rings. It's very nice. Set that aside. And of course you get the manual. And it's in many different languages. Let's see here. So I'll just hold this up briefly for you guys. You guys can pause if you want to read more information on it. I'll go through all the specs and everything here shortly anyway. And the operation instructions. Very simple UI on this flashlight, which is very nice. Some people don't like a very complicated UI. I agree. When you need to use a flashlight, you don't want to have to remember a whole bunch of complicated UI in order to operate the flashlight as you wish. So that's very nice. Let's pop the flashlight out here. And sorry about my autofocus. I had this issue with my autofocus. So one day maybe I'll have a better camera to film with. All right. The Sofirn SP31. Some very nice knurling. You get a nice clip here. And there you go. There's the Sofirn SP31 version 2.0. Again, a 5000K flashlight. You got 2 switches on this. You got a mechanical switch on the back, tail switch, and you got a side switch, which is most likely an electronic switch. I'm going to bring my little extra light over here. It'll help out a little bit. So you got the tail switch. And it does tail stand. Always very nice. So if you have an emergency or something, you can tail stand it. Use this as a lantern inside the house. You lose power or what have you. So let's go through some of the features here. The voltage on this is 2.8 to 6.6 volts of operating range. Okay, you got an 18650 battery, which is included with the flashlight. Again, very nice. They give you the battery and they give you the charger for it. So get this little protector out of there. Prevents the battery from operating while in shipment. Let's take a look here. It is an 18650 battery. You get 3000 milliamp hours there. Very nice. Button top. Let's check out the, since we have this open. And there is another spring down there, so you got double springs. So kind of hard to make out in the camera though. Smooth threads on there very smoothly, so very nice. Again, Sofirn, they're inexpensive, but they're very high quality. So been very impressed with all the Sofirns I've reviewed so far. So very nice. You got the little hole there to put the lanyard, attach the lanyard to. All right, so comes with a battery, the 18650 battery as we showed you here. It can use 2 CR123A batteries. Of course, those are just regular batteries. They're not going to be rechargeable. It's made of aircraft 6061 grade aluminum. It's type 3 hard anodized for an anti-abrasive finish. Again, the knurling makes it very grippy, very nice. Let's see, you got a toughened glass lens with purple AR coating, anti-reflective coating. So it's got a smooth reflector. Has memory in a general mode. So this has an eco, low, medium, high, and turbo. modes. Those are the normal modes, and then you have strobe and SOS. You won't have memory for strobe and SOS, but you will have it in the regular modes, so just be aware of that. That's pretty standard in most flashlights nowadays. Has advanced temperature regulation, or ATR. In other words, before it gets too hot and starts to damage the flashlight, it will step down. So just keep that in mind. Many flashlights nowadays have that feature to protect their components. You got a low voltage protection. You got a battery capacity indicator light, which is right there. It's not lit up right now. Let's see if I turn it on here real quick. You can see it turn on there. All right, so that little light will tell you, I think it stays on for a few seconds and then shuts off like it just did. Green means it has enough power. Solid red means you need to charge it. Flashing red means you need to replace or charge your battery immediately. In other words, it gives you an idea if you can go out and do a few things here and there with a flashlight by just being able to take a look at that real fast to make sure you're good to go as far as having enough battery power to do what you want to do. So always nice to have that. This is IPX8 waterproof, good to 2 meters for 30 minutes. It's impact resistant for 1 meter. So if you drop it for 1 meter, it should be fine. Okay. So again, very simple UI. Let me adjust the camera here so we can look at the wall there. And we'll go through the modes here. All right, first mode is Eco, 5 lumens. This will run for 291 hours, so pretty good there, right? And 5 lumens around the house, you can see pretty well. You're going to see any big objects or whatever to avoid, so you don't have to wake up the whole house if you have to move around at night. You just want to see just enough so you don't bump into things. 5 lumens for most times is going to do it for you, or you can use it for reading, what have you. All right, next one is low, and you change the mode by pressing the side switch. So low is 50 lumens, good for 26 hours and 49 minutes for almost 27 hours. All right, next one is medium, 160 lumens for 9 hours and 45 minutes. You get high, which is 500 lumens for 3 hours and 41 minutes. And then you go to turbo, 1200 lumens on this flashlight, 2 hours, 37 minutes of runtime. And just keep in mind, due to the advanced temperature regulation, it will probably step down after a period of time to conserve its components from damage from heat. Okay, and if you press the side switch again, you just go back to Eco. So Eco, low, medium, high, turbo, and you just cycle through. All right. So this has a max throw of 225 meters. We will take it outside and do some beam shots, so we'll have that coming up here shortly for you. Now, in order to get into the special modes, which is strobe and SOS, so this is a strobe warning for everyone. You're just going to hold down the side switch for a few moments, and you go instantly into strobe. The strobe is at 1200 lumens. Okay, if you click it again, now you're going to go into SOS. Now the SOS drops down to 50 lumens. I'm not entirely sure why they did that, but that's the deal there. If you press again, strobe warning again, back to strobe. Okay, press and hold. You're going to go back into the normal modes: Eco, low, medium, high, turbo. Okay, so pretty simple on this flashlight, but sometimes the simple UI is the best, especially if you need to use it and you don't want to remember all these special click modes or all these special button clicks and all this other things that can kind of complicate some of the flashlights and make them a little bit hard to use, especially for someone who may not use this flashlight all the time or might loan this to other people. So just keep that in mind. So anyway, let's go out and do the beam shots outside. And just one other thing, the max candela on this is 12,707. And just FYI, there will be a link in the description as well as a discount code provided by Sofirn. So anyway, let's go outside, guys, and let's check how this flashlight looks at night. All right, the sun is finally set, so we're out here with the Sofirn SP31 version 2, and we'll go ahead and turn it on here. This is 5 lumens. Not a whole lot, but you can see a little bit as you're walking around. Again, probably better inside or reading in a tent or what have you. But anyway, that's Eco, 5 lumens. Let's bump it up here. That stump, just so you know, is about 50 feet away. That piece of wood there, a little bit closer. Trees about 40 feet away right there, that little tree. That's 50 lumens. Let's bump it up again. Medium, 160 lumens. Definitely starting to make out more. This is a good all-around flashlight. It's got a good all-around beam. It's got a little throw and a lot of flood. So let's go bump it up again. Now we'll bump up to high, 500 lumens. Definitely reaching out there. Those trees up there, they're across the canal. There's a little canal right here. It's about 200 feet away. So definitely doing a good job. Definitely doing a good job. And let's bump it up to the max there, turbo, 1,200 lumens. And you can see it's lighting up everything very, very well. So again, this Sofirn SP31 version 2 has a phenomenal all-around beam on it. It's great. It has a little throw, and it's got some, there goes a cat, and a lot of flood. So good all-around flashlight, good everyday use. So very nice, very nice. Again, I've been very impressed with Sofirn. They're very affordable flashlights, and they're very well made. And I have many that I use all the time, and they've worked really, really well. So I want to say thank you again to Sofirn for allowing me to show you guys the Sofirn SP31 version 2.0, 1,200 lumens. And just remember, there will be a link in the description along with a coupon code from Sofirn. So if you're interested in picking up this light, please check those out. Anyway, thanks so much, guys, for joining me for another flashlight review video here. And guys, happy lumens.